Hello everyone, welcome to Tangle with Tracy Anne. Last week we did gold ribbons. This week we'll be doing ribbon flowers. Today I'll be working on a 3.5-inch square tile using a Micron 01 pencil, white gel pen and a tortillon. I'll also be using some Tombow dual tip brush pens and some pastel pencils. I'll begin with 4 dots and a border. Then using a Micron 01, I'm going to draw some random orbs. Once I've got about 5 of these, I'll draw some petals so that they start off looking like your basic flower. Once we've got our petals drawn in, put an aura on the inside so that we have like a ribbon petal. Once we've got one layer of petals down, we can go back and create another layer of petals and draw them as if they're sitting behind the front petals. Keep adding rows of petals in this manner until you're satisfied with the results. If you find that some of the flowers overlap, just draw them as if they're sitting behind the other flower. I wasn't sure if this is an actual tangle that somebody has developed, so I did a little bit of research, and the closest I could find was a tangle called Ribbon Rose, and that's by Lindy Clarkson. It has more of a squashed petal and looks like an actual rose, so if you want to check that one out, go to patterncollections.com. If you like, you can finish it up by drawing some ribbon tails in random spots. I'm going to use a grey to make the centres of the flowers look like pearls. So just by drawing a little triangle on each side of the orb and a touch of blue on the upper end of that circle, and a little bit of pink on the bottom side. I'll leave them for now and come back and add to these pearls later on. You can see I'm using 3 shades of one colour, and for the entire piece I'm going to be using shades of pink, reds and orange. I can use a colourless blender to blend these colours together. Make sure you keep it nice and clean by cleaning it off on a scrap piece of paper. The other thing I can do is use the pens that I used originally, starting with the lightest colour, and that makes these colours blend a little bit more easily. I'm going to soften the look of my pearls using a white charcoal pencil, or you could use a white coloured pencil. And then with my white gel pen, I'm going around the edge of the circle, and I'm also putting 2 circles in the centre of that orb, one on top of the other. With my Micron 01 pen, I can neaten up the edges and also add new petals if I want to. I'll ink in that border. I might touch up my pearls a little bit now that the original ink is dry. Using some pastel pencils, and if you haven't got pencils, you could use these other pastels. And to use these, just scribble onto a piece of paper and use your tortillon to apply this chalky pigment. I'm using a soft green called pea green to cover the whole background to start with. I'm now adding a darker green, and this green's called forest green. But notice I'm just putting it in random areas. The next colour I'm adding is called yellow ochre. And then a little bit of spectrum orange. Once I feel that I have enough pigment laid down, I'm going to go in with a tortillon and blend that all in together. If at any stage I feel it's looking a little bit thin, I can always go back in with my pencils and add some more pigment. This chalk is quite messy, so you can always go back in with an eraser if you've gone over your lines a little bit. Dust it all off. Then I'm going to go back in again and define my black lines. So there's the finished result. Here's here's another sample I did using polychromo pencils, and I didn't put the ribbon. In this sample I coloured the background with the Tombow brush tips. So you can use any materials, whatever you have on hand. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that so that you don't miss out on future videos. If you'd like to post your work in my Facebook group, there's a link below this video. Thank you for watching, and until next week, stay safe and bye for now. If you'd like to see more of my videos, head over to my YouTube channel, or there are a couple of links here on the screen. And while you're here, click that subscribe button.